What's up, everybody? How you guys doing tonight? It is Stay Your Blade. You are about to watch an awesome podcast with Dan the Man, a YouTube speedrunner and all-around amazing guy. This is going to be his second time on the podcast. We're going to discuss his growth over the last year since he's been on and everything that he's basically done to get where he is today. So I hope you guys enjoy and stick around to the end. All right. All right, let me get the music completely off so we don't get demonetized bullshit on YouTube.
YouTube's perfect.
Yeah, I don't want to get demonetized. I'd like very much for my videos to get the 10 or 12 views, that I can get.
I feel that, that's relatable.
So, for the people that don't know you out there, this is Dan the Man. This is actually podcast, Bladecast number 25, and it's crazy. I almost made it 20 podcasts without bringing your ass back on here, but we got your ass back on here now.
Yeah, man.
So I'm pretty stoked on that. So we're gonna get into it. Like I said, this is Bladecast number 25 with Dan the Man. This is February 15th, or no, 19th. Jeez, it's February 19th. There we go. I can tell time and I can see dates and stuff.
There you go.
Yeah. So, you are of course a Super Mario Odyssey speedrunner, all around great guy.
Things have changed as of late.
I
am now no longer an Odyssey YouTuber. I am now a variety content creator.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm gonna dive in real quick. So the last time you were on, according to my YouTube, was January 7th, 2018.
Yeah.
Okay. And on January 7th, 2018, you stated that you had around 650 subscribers on your YouTube. Okay.
Was it 650? Okay.
Yeah, it was around 650. It was like you were like 650, 660. That was your exact words. I listened to the podcast yesterday just to make sure that I was correct. You are now sitting today at 47,000 followers or subscribers on the tuber.
Yeah.
I want to say awesome freaking job. First of all, number one.
Thank you.
And how many bots have you gotten on your I feel like how much have you paid for bots? I'm just asking. No, I'm kidding.
Roughly $10,000. You can cut this out of the podcast and make sure it's all good. Yeah.
JK. And for anyone that's experiencing drop frames, I'm just gonna let you know this right now. Twitch is a bunch of butts ran by a bunch of gerbils and I'm pretty sure one of them just died because I'm dropping frames like crazy. And I apologize to anyone that's out there that's seeing the drop frames.
It's a good thing it's an audio podcast.
Oh, well, it's audio and visual, but the video is on YouTube. So I edit it anyways, so it's cool.
Yeah, it's fair.
So yeah, like I said, from 650 subscribers in January of 2018 to 47,000 now. Can you kind of give me a roadmap on what happened between then and now?
Yeah, man. So I remember having that podcast with you, right? And I was at that time I was just doing Odyssey speedruns.
Yep.
And then I think it was like maybe March or May of last year that modding on Switch became a big thing. Like it started picking up, right?
Yeah.
And one of the big games that people really like making mods for was Super Mario Odyssey. And I capitalized the fuck off of that.
Oh yeah. No, and honestly, it's crazy. He leashed off fearsome subscribers. Ooh, shots fired. But the thing is that I watched I want to say your top two videos. One had 2.1 million, and the other one had 1.8 million views, and that was two. And they weren't even Super Mario Odyssey.
Yeah,
they weren't
even Odyssey.
No, they were what were they
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart, yeah. One was the 1cc and one was the 999,000 cc or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
The fact that those two are your highest watched videos blows my mind because you weren't at that point a variety streamer or variety caster. So it's interesting to see that that's what blew up. Those type of videos blew up. But I'm just curious, when it came to the growth, was it something that it went from 650 to 1,000 just like that, and then it just started doing the upward climb, or was it still a slow grind for a bit?
So it got to a point, right? It was kind of up until maybe about 2,000 or 3,000. It was super steady, and then there were giant spikes, and then it would level, and then there were giant spikes, and then it would level.
Okay.
And then just kind of a mix of those two things kind of happening.
Okay. No, that's
So,
it's crazy to see like you said, you capitalized off of the growth of just the modding, and the fact that it just went overnight spike. I mean, realistically, 1 year and having from under 1,000 to 47,000 is a massive jump, I feel, in 1 year.
For sure.
And so when it comes to going from that to then to now, how big has your head gotten? I'm just wondering.
I'm God's gift to the earth, honestly.
Oh jeez. All right. That's how we start this. All right.
Honestly, like I'm not gonna lie, right? It is a fat ego boost.
Oh yeah.
To have what I have, what I've been absolutely blessed with,
Absolutely.
So
No,
from a handful of different things, from like kids recognizing me like on the streets and stuff, all the way to like trying to flex on like some chick on Tinder about my sub count.
Put that in your description. 47,000 followers on YouTube. Check me out.
So I get 47,000 subscribers on famous birthdays. You can find me on Akinator.
Oh jeez. Oh, that's I mean, it's an accomplishment, I guess. Sometimes some people go for that. Some women or men, either way you swing, people go for that kind of stuff. They're like, oh, you're famous. They don't care who you are. You're famous. What are you famous for? Like, and you could be like, oh, well, I had a video and it went viral, but it was me like playing cups, playing the spoons or something like that, something ridiculous. And they're like, they're just fame hunters. Watch out for those people. Watch out for them. They will suck you dry.
Call them clout chasers.
Oh yes, there we go.
Yeah.
Welcome on in, by the way, and everyone come in and hang out with us tonight. Okay, so when it comes to last time we talked, of course, since you were under 1,000, you didn't have any of the special perks that YouTube creators have, like the super chat and all that stuff like that. When you finally were able to unlock super chat, did that up your drive to push to make this a full-time thing?
So it's weird, right? So at first I didn't get a lot of donations.
Oh, yeah.
It just didn't happen.
Right.
Like even when I was like on the climb of like, gaining, like there were some days like my biggest peaks where I would gain like 1,000 subscribers in a day.
Yeah.
And even still, it was like you would stream and I'd make like $1 in donations. So it wasn't really so much that in particular that made me want to push towards it, but it finally got to a point to where I was making some money. And there wasn't a big concern of like, oh, I need to get a job,
right?
While I'm going to school. So
right. Well, and I think the best thing is the fact that you're still going to school, so you can you can make this work and actually pave your way to something that's going to help you in the long run. I think that's the biggest thing, because when we were talking originally, you weren't you were just signing up for classes, and now how far are you into school? It's about a year and a half.
Yeah, about a year and a half.
Okay. And so it's, I mean, you have time. I'd say right now, the amount of effort that I was putting into YouTube when I was in college, I wish I would have kept with it, because the fact is I mean, I was making stupid reaction videos, but they were getting traction, and then I just kind of stopped. And I think that doing just the stuff, it's horrible for you. Even at your point right now, if you just up and stopped, it would absolutely take a dump, because you can come back in 6 months and be like, well, I want to pick this up back up again, and you'd have people that come through, but some people might just not remember, or whatnot, and it kind of sucks. Have you had that kind of internal battle trying to be relevant? I don't want to use that, but relevant in the space of YouTube?
Not necessarily. I haven't really fought that battle with relevancy. I've had like dips in my channel before, but it just kind of comes down to, people's interests change, and for me, a big sort of turning point was honestly 2 times where I decided I was kind of done with playing Odyssey.
Yeah.
And I don't know, there was just like there were periods of time where those videos did not do as well,
right,
as they had initially done, right? So I guess like that's the closest thing to like fighting for relevancy, that I can sort of think of. But at the end of the day, man, like I'm just trying to make content that I enjoy. Like this is just as much for me as it is for anybody else.
Yeah, and I think that was my big thing with the podcast, was it wasn't meant to be this thing where I'm like, I'm gonna blow up, I'm gonna do the best thing ever, and it's gonna no, I just was like, this will be fun. This is definitely better than playing video games all the time. I don't mind playing, like, don't get me wrong, I love playing video games, they're fun. But I'll tell you right now, I'm not the most engaging person sometimes. Like there's certain games where I will sit there and I will grind out, and I will just be like, and I'll be deadpan, and it's something I have to work on. But when it comes to podcasts or like the Just Dance stuff that I do, it's engaging because I have to be engaging. Like I have to get up, I have to move, that kind of thing. So it's definitely worth it. So I mean, the what was it? The Nintendo Direct came out. What was that? A couple weeks ago? 2 weeks ago?
I think it was less than that. It was like a week ago.
So what's your thoughts on that so far? Like, I mean, as a whole, I didn't get a chance to watch your reaction to it. So,
Mario Maker 2 is dope, and that's honestly about it. It's kind of where I was at.
Okay. Are you ready to play some Mario Maker 2? Is that like the game that you're going to lean towards when it comes to any of the games in 2019?
I'm still going to be touching on it. I'm a little bit disappointed, in all honesty, that I'm going to have to freaking throw this piece of thing in the garbage when that game comes out, because there will literally be no reason to own it anymore.
Right.
But I mean, Mario Maker 2, I'm excited for. I'm really excited for Animal Crossing.
Yeah, whenever it comes out.
Yeah, when it comes, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, like I'm at a point now where I just kind of want to do what I want.
Yeah.
With my content. I don't know if you've looked at any of the stuff that I put up recently, but that's pretty much just what I'm doing.
Yeah. I want to say that I like the fact that you're taking your own swing at anything you want to do. It's not just because you're kind of I feel like you're getting more comfortable with doing your own thing with the Mario itself, Odyssey, but taking that and moving into something else, it's dangerous, it's scary, but honestly it's a good move at your point, because you can do it, and I feel like your community isn't there for just playing Odyssey, they're there for you, and that's the best part. So Animal Crossing, are you gonna be getting that game when it comes out, or is it no
yeah, that's launch.
Yeah,
I'm buying that.
Good
away.
Stuff. All right, we're gonna have to share friend codes. We're gonna have to link up, because I will be playing that.
I don't know, man. I charge my viewers $5 for a friend request on Switch.
I'll tell you right now, I'm pretty sure I have you on my Switch.
Shoot, you might, man. I don't remember.
Hold on, I'll check right now.
Let's find out, dude. Let's crazy.
Check it. I'm telling you right now, I don't have to pay $5, my friend. I'm pretty sure.
Shoot,
we've just been
might have gotten lucky.
This is before the fame, before the big head, before the big headness. I'm almost positive I do. Shoot, or maybe you unfriended me. I don't know,
man.
No way. I'm pretty sure you unfriended me.
Man.
It's all right. Get big one time and no, actually I think you do. Anyways,
I don't know.
but no, I think I'm excited for that one for sure. Mario Maker, I never got a chance to play when it was on the Wii U, so I'm not a huge fan, but I would love to watch people play because it is a fun game. Like it's fun to watch.
Yeah.
Especially when people start submitting like those ridiculous like levels, the levels where you really have to, you can't stop moving the whole time. Those are the best ones. So back when you on our first podcast, you talked about talking about to your family about being on YouTube and whatnot. Has your family kind of changed their tone about what you do, or is it still kind of like, oh yeah, he's on YouTube?
So a lot of it, so my mom was like always really supportive of it. She was always just kind of down.
Yeah.
And my dad was kind of like, yo, where that paycheck at? Like that was the big thing for him. And so
your rent check is due on the 5th, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, I've been paying him rent the whole time I've been here, but I think being able to I don't know if I've told you this or not, but I'm I have an apartment. I signed a lease and I'm moving this weekend, and so
awesome.
being able to move into my own place and to be able to afford that, I think is kind of a validation of, okay, like this is a real thing.
Yeah, absolutely. No, and and having your own space is probably going to be beneficial for you as a whole.
Oh my gosh, dude, it's freaking! I scored a 2-bedroom. Okay.
Oh, really?
So I scored a 2-bedroom, and it's just me. So I'm gonna have an office and a bedroom, and it's gonna be separate, and I'm excited.
I'm coming to live with you. Bunk beds in one room and dual office in the second room. Make this happen. No, that's cool. That's awesome. So are you? I'm assuming you're pretty close to where you're originally at, so it's not too much of a move, or is it a decent move?
Same city.
Okay.
Just other side of the city, pretty much.
Cool. No, that's awesome. That's awesome. So when it comes to the whole YouTube thing, now that you've kind of established yourself a little bit more, have you been able to link up with people that are a bit bigger than you to like do collaborations and stuff? Has it become easier for you to make connections now that you're a little bit bigger?
I mean, it's so I don't do a whole lot of collabs and stuff, but there's, you know, people who I'm friends with who are a lot bigger than me, you know?
Yeah.
But you know, just being able to be friendly and be able to, you know, converse and just talk about, you know, just this YouTube thing that we all do is pretty dope.
Yeah. Has it been weird just as a whole when people come up to you? Like, I don't mean, how often do you think, could you say it happens in a month that you have people come up to you?
It really varies. It's not super often, but when it does happen, it completely, like, you imagine in your head, right, like what it would be like if like somebody came up and recognized you, right?
Right.
It's not going to go at all like that. You're going to be nervous. You're not going to know what to say.
You're going to be awkward.
Right? Yeah, right. Like this kid, right? It's like, imagine for a second, right? It's like this kid running up to you with like an Odyssey poster, right? So he's got a poster and a Sharpie, right? And he's focused on you. Like that's a hard thing to be able to pick apart.
Yeah,
and be
absolutely.
able to, you know.
I feel it. Okay, so I'm gonna give you this little bit of like knowledge about this podcast right now. So I noticed this probably after like one of the last podcasts I did with Slarksy, who's just not a YouTuber, he's a Twitch streamer. And it came to kind of like light when this whole thing happened. So about 4 days after the podcast happened, he got into a contest with RTX Stream On, which is like it's NVIDIA's Stream On event, and he won a bunch of stuff off of it, right? And awesome, fantastic, and I'd like that's freaking sweet, right? But he's not the only one that's hit some sort of like pay dirt after being on this podcast. And I'm going to say this right now. There's been at least 6 or 7 people that have been on this podcast that have either like gone crazy big on something, like grown their numbers from 650 to 447K, or won contests. I've had 2 different people on this podcast that have won contests, which is crazy to me. And they're not like small contests. Like one won $60,000 and the other one won, yeah. And the other one won the NVIDIA Stream On event. And there's been a couple others, and it's just, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna use that as that's my tagline. You want to win something? Come onto this podcast, and it's gonna be you personally. You're gonna win something, whether it be, you know, now you've blown up, or you might win a sweet contest where you win a bunch of computer gear. Throw something my way. I'm just saying. No, I'm kidding, guys. Don't do that, please. But no, I blew my mind. I'm like, I was kind of like sitting there thinking about it. It's like one of those shower thoughts, and I'm sitting there in the shower and I'm like, holy shit, there's been a lot of people on this podcast that have like done something with their life, and I'm like, what the hell am I doing? What am I doing? But no, it's refreshing to see, and I think it's a good thing, because I like highlighting people, and I think that the people I've highlighted have blown up because they're that good. And that's that's just a testament to not me as a finding someone. It's to the people that I found that have been just awesome people, you know? So enough about me, but, when it comes to, YouTube, have you had a lot of people coming to you about, starting their own YouTube channel and trying to have you help them in the long run, or no, not so much?
Every single day I get messages of some sort about like advice on like a channel, or like checking out somebody's channel, or you know, collaborating or whatever.
Right. So have you been a little more closed off on trying to help people now that you've kind of grown in numbers, or has it been you're still trying to be kind of like the helpful person that, like, from the beginning?
I mean, so the big thing with me, right, is that I've realized a few things with you know, doing what I've done, is that most of us have no clue what we're doing.
Right, absolutely.
And so the realistic fact is that most of my advice, most of the things that worked for me are probably not going to work for you.
Absolutely.
And so giving advice on a lot of things, right, there's just, I just don't have that kind of merit, you know? Like I can't teach you how to make a YouTube algorithm give a shit about your content, you know? Right. Because it's not, because I was able to do it with my content, but your content's not my content, you know?
Right. No, absolutely. And I think that it's not like, there's not like a end all be all answer to anything, but people try to see it as that. They're like, oh, 5 easy tips. And I'll give you 5 easy tips. Stay consistent. Don't be stupid. Keep creating and have fun with it. Like those are easy tips. But like, I go on to YouTube and type that 5 easy tips to whatever. You're going to get the same 5 easy tips on each one. Yeah. It's just who's going to tell you.
Yeah. There's one thing though that I'll give to specifically Twitch streamers. I think is a big thing. Okay. Is getting close. Okay.
Make a fucking YouTube channel and post on it.
Absolutely.
Because here's the thing, okay, that I know a bunch of guys who are Twitch streamers, and they'll ask me about stuff, right?
Right.
Because I'm kind of big and they think my opinion matters.
Right.
But they'll be like, man, like my stream isn't growing, right? The thing about streaming on Twitch, okay, is that you are pretty much only able to grow while you're streaming.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
Whereas on YouTube, you're gaining views and you're gaining notoriety literally when you sleep.
Yeah. You can do whatever you want. You could. They're like little worker drones. Those videos are like little worker drones, and they make the money for you just because you put it up there. No, and I think that's a great piece of advice. Diversifying yourself is something that I had to learn myself, because I used to do 7 days a week, 6 hours a day, and I'll tell you right now, that doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't. I promise you, it doesn't. Dialing it back 3 days a week. Now I do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then I spend the other 4 days doing like YouTube videos and doing, you know, being on Instagram and being on Twitter. That's the other thing. Be on Instagram, be on Twitter. Don't be stupid. Don't, you know, say those are dead areas. They're not. They're really big areas to grow. You just have to know how to use them. By the way, have you started using Instagram more, or no, not so much?
Man, it's like, that's like an ugly stepsister Instagram. Like I abuse. I mean, it's neglected. I don't use it. Like I posted like a picture of my cat like a month ago.
You need to work on your Instagram, my friend. Do you want 1 million subscribers on YouTube? Do this for me, please. Just pretty please. No, I feel like I think
I'm working on it.
Instagram is like one of those things. It's if you don't know how to use it properly, it can be a pain in the ass. But I think that doing it properly, it's untapped because not many people do use it for sure. And yeah, no, I think that the biggest thing that people are doing is they're spending way too much friggin' time on Twitch. And that doesn't mean close this. Don't close this. Please keep it open. It's okay. That's you can waste time with me. It's fine. But when it comes to streaming, I think people don't realize that it's they waste so much damn time on trying to be live that they don't realize that there's like connections that they could be making off stream.
Yeah.
I like those headphones, by the way. I'm pretty sure we're wearing the same headphones.
I think so. Which ones? Hold on. Does your headband look like mine?
Say again.
Does your headband look like mine?
No, mine is normal. Mine is
which
normal.
Which ones do you have?
I have the Artis Pro, the wireless ones.
Oh, I have the 7s because I'm a cheap ass.
I have the $300 and something pair.
Yeah, and how much better is that than my $150 pair?
10 times better, because I can go downstairs and make a sandwich and still be on.
Yeah, so can I.
Don't you judge me.
Look, man, I'm just trying to say.
Let's actually talk about this because I do want to. I've never really met anyone that has the same headphones that I can chat about with us. Do you find that like those are wireless, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have to put a dongle in for those ones?
A like
a USB stick.
It's not like a stick. It's like a wire with like a little disc on the end of it.
Okay. So here's the thing. So I have a Go XLR mixer, right?
Yeah.
To be able to use the mixer, I'm glad I still have these headphones and not just those headphones, because I couldn't use those headphones with this mixer. Because
I've heard that.
Yeah. It's a really screwy way to like, because you have to run the mixer from the mixer to the little box to be able to hear everything.
You could. I don't know if I can show this to you or not, if you will see this. These two little things, these are lined in and out.
Yep. Then you could actually use it.
Yeah, yeet.
Yeah, you can definitely use it. And then you can do stuff like this. Hold on. You can talk like this anytime you want.
Man, where's my I have voice mod that also does that. I really want to get the Go XLR, but
it's so for you, I can say this for right now. Since you are making money off of YouTube and you can dump the money back into your content creation, this is definitely something that you can use, and it's not a waste of money for you. I promise.
Yeah. So I'm still so behind, dude. Like I still have like I'm changing scenes in OBS with like the macro keys on my keyboard still.
All right, go for Stream Deck first. Go for Stream.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah,
even if you get a mini is well worth it. I'm not sponsored by any of these companies, but I'll tell you right now, I will rep the hell out of Stream Deck, because Stream Deck, if it wasn't for Stream Deck, I don't know what I would do, to be honest with you. Like the fact that I can, like, I just posted an entire thing in chat with clicking one button, and I can do that whenever I want.
Yeah,
it's stupid and minute little things like that make me keep the Stream Deck around forever and always. And if I'm doing editing like on Premiere, I can macro everything to that. which is
Yeah.
fucking amazing. It's so good.
Mhm.
And then the Go XLR, I just got it recently, and man, is it good! It is so
Yeah.
effing good. And the thing is with the Go XLR, it's like stupidly easy to set up. Like
Yeah.
if you have a problem, if you get one seriously and you don't know how to set it up, call me. I promise you, I could set it up in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So,
I wonder if I tweeted them, ask for one.
dude, just be like, I really, really want to Go XLR. If you want it to talk to someone, talk to Kicked Tripod. That's the guy's name.
Kicked Tripod.
Yeah, he's their community manager, and he kind of controls a lot of their stuff.
I don't think I would get it, but just in case, I'll shoot my shot.
Mm-hmm. Go for it. I
shoot him a tweet.
Bro, I sent him a message about the Go XLR saying that I'm going to do a review on it. And I wanted to get a review unit like when they first came out, and he couldn't send me one because they literally just sent out their last one, and I was like, you son of a bitch. But I honestly understand why. But it's a freaking amazing piece of equipment for if you think, because do you use a mixer at all for your
So my audio setup is really interesting. So you'll notice you don't see my microphone.
Is it a shotgun?
It is a shotgun that sits under my desk.
Okay.
Or under my monitor.
Okay.
And it's just a basic little interface that I have hooked up over there.
Okay. Is it a 3.5 or is it a actual XLR mic?
It's a XLR microphone.
Then you'll be fantastic because you can run it straight through there and be perfect.
I'll be pogging when it happens. But
sweet. But yeah, I think that the biggest thing is that with the Go XLR is that it's so effing easy, and the fact that it's so small. Like if you have a small desk, it makes it 10 times better. Like my desk is not big, and it doesn't take up it takes up like my hand size basically.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, tech aside, have you noticed between now or back in the day and now that your drive has increased, stayed the same, or gone down at all? I'm sure it's not gone down, but I'm just adding that in there.
It had gone down for a while, just because I was just, driving the Odyssey content into the ground,
right?
Like trying to milk any last bit of content that I could out of that game,
right?
Like it got to the point, man, where like I was willing to hire and pay an editor just because I didn't want to sit through my streams a second time to edit them. Like it was. Oh, I'm fucking my stuff apparently. Whoops.
What'd you break?
I hit the remote on my lights back here. I freaking set all this up. None of this was here. None of these lights, this camera, all this stuff was in a box. And I set all this up to try to look nice.
To look decent for once. It's all good.
Yeah.
By the way, what kind of green screen do you use now?
Mine's still basic. I would use the Elgato one, but theirs isn't wide enough for me. That's
honestly what my problem is. I took two green screens and I put them together, and they're hanging from my wall. Like I used command strips and just cut a hole through the green screen and hung them on. It's so much better. My old one was a death trap, like the thing that I used to have them on. Like my dog would walk in the door or in my office and she would knock it over just by like walking past it, which is a death trap.
I bought the real deal stand.
Oh yeah.
Because I had that freaking YouTube money.
Yeah.
So I bought the real thing, and the real thing is nice. But it's just you gotta leave it there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is a time,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try not to break something while I fill this back.
Nice job.
Nice.
I mean, you have that YouTube money, so it's cool. No big deal.
Oh man, I mean, I'm losing a lot of that YouTube money this month paying for this freaking apartment, dude.
No, it makes sense, and it's gonna be one of those things that when you get to be in the apartment full time, you're gonna be like, well, that means we're gonna be doing more streams, so I can make some more cash money. Gotta make. Well,
it's always effective. Like the first month is like the worst because you have like just fees you got, because I don't have credit. I don't have any credit. And so they're like, you have to pay hundreds of dollars just so that if you don't pay your bills, we're not effed. So
yeah. Luckily, I have hella good credit, so I'm never gonna have to worry about that again.
Yeah.
So.
I'm working on that.
Don't worry, dude. I'm 27. My credit score is 760, I think.
If it's in the sevens, you're fine.
Yeah, they're like, you got a what? You're 27. You got what? Oh, don't worry. Don't you worry, little guy. We're gonna take care of you. And I'm like, yeah, no, thank you. Like, I've paid off 2 cars, so but that's the thing. I took that and living in an apartment complex for a while for my credit to go crazy good. So credit cards love me, but I don't like credit cards. So there's that.
Yeah.
So when you move, is that going to be a swing or a shift in your content, like when you can put content out, or is it going to keep your content going strong on your channel?
You mean like, is there going to be downtime while I'm moving?
Yeah, like how much downtime are you going to end up having between your move? Maybe
a day.
Oh, that's not bad then.
Like I'm making sure I want to be able to literally like start moving Saturday morning and then like be able to stream that night.
Oh, that's perfect.
So all my internet and stuff will be ready to go. I'll just have to plug in the equipment and it'll be like all good.
Good. That's awesome. Are you gonna have better internet now that you're not gonna be at your house?
Actually, I'm gonna just real fast check what my speed test is because I don't really know what I'm working with at the moment. I think I'll actually have better internet
at the new place.
I think I will.
Awesome. That's good then. I mean,
so I think what I'm gonna have. So I'm just checking what I have now real fast. What I have now is like, the upload speed will be the same. So my upload speed will be about 20.
Okay.
But my download is gonna go from 200 to 400.
Nice. That's pretty good then. My upload is at 112, which is the highest that Spectrum will allow unless you're a business. And then download is, I think
I'm a business.
It's the other way around. I mean, it's upload is 12, I guess. But then download is 112, I think. I gotta look at it. But yeah, it's something not like it's not crazy fast, but it's not horrible. I've been in horrible. Like I've been in like 2 and 4 before. Yeah, it makes me want to tear my hair out. So it's 117 download and 11.6 upload. There we go.
That's still pretty good.
Yeah, that's direct. But that's Spectrum. That's the best that they can give you, basically, without being a business.
Man, I'll tell you what, dude. I had a freaking, what was it? It was Verizon Fios.
I've heard that's horrible.
Back in the day, it's actually no.
Really?
They gave us 500 down, 500 up.
What?
Yeah.
Did they type that in wrong? They're like 500.
That's what they advertised to us.
Crazy.
So I loved Verizon Fios. Like when I if it's available, the next place that I move to, I'm gonna shoot for that. Hopefully I can get it because I missed that because I like their customer. Now, granted, their customer service is not great.
No.
But I never really had to call their customer service just because the service worked fine.
Right. Spectrum, a wind blows and sometimes it'll just like take a dump. It'll just, I'm waiting for Google Fiber to take over the world and then I'll be happy. So happy. So happy. I'm so tired of regular internet.
Look at this guy roasted. DannTheMan wasn't very good at speedrunning, but he's an interesting person.
I mean,
oh my god, he's not. The sad thing is, he's actually right.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you're a good speedrunner. I can't do it. You're a good speedrunner and a damn good Rubik's Cuber. So I mean, if that doesn't get you the ladies, I don't know what's up. Yeah, one-handed Rubik's Cube. What else can you do with the other hand? Jesus. There we go. I feel like every
Ladies,
time we get on this podcast, it turns into like something it shouldn't be. Like I'm like, it's family friendly, except for when Dan's on. Then it might
I
not
think you,
be.
I think you just have this urge to talk about sex on your show.
I try not to. I honestly, there's a lot of things I try not to talk about, and that's one of them. That's honestly one of them.
Oh,
My chat will turn into
Mhm.
that sometimes, and I'm like, reel it back, guys. I don't know what you're doing, but reel it back, please. It scares me. It scares me. That stuff is too much.
yeah. I can't do that with my chat. I have no control over anything anymore.
You're like,
Like-
mods.
Nah, I mean, my mods, like, there's just there's just no point.
Yeah.
Of me even trying to fix it anymore.
Like,
I just let shit roll. Let him spam and meme.
You're
and
like
that's
that.
kinda where-
You're like that picture where it's like the room's on fire and the guy's just drinking the drink. He's like, it's fine. Everything's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah, it's basically
Yeah.
it.
That's yeah.
I feel like that's my brain sometimes. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
That's good. No big deal.
That's yeah.
When you message me at 11:30 at night on Sunday, you're like, you want to do this podcast? I was like, now I can't sleep. This is gonna be fun. I'm like, good job,
So
brain.
because like you'd message me. I'm so bad at reading my names. But you'd message me asking about it, and I was like, I hadn't replied to him like 4 days ago.
That's all good.
So I was like, shoot, I'll hit him up, see if he's still down.
It was this room's completely dark. All of a sudden, ding, and I'm like, who the hell is on Twitter messaging me right now? And I look, I'm like, oh, it's Dan. Okay, well, I'll respond to him. Anyone else, I would have taken that phone and chucked it. But Dan's responding.
Yeah.
I guess I'll respond.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah, I got this.
freaking Dan the man, you know.
Dan, if it was Dan, the other guy, then maybe not so much.
Yeah, you know.
So what are some things over this last year that you've kind of noticed as a hurdle for yourself, from either your content or personal life or whatever that kind of sticks out to you?
When you have like massive numbers,
Mhm.
and then all of a sudden you don't have those massive numbers anymore.
Yeah.
That's a hard pill to swallow. Like it's like it is difficult to think about the fact, like when you're going through like a plateau or whatever, right?
Right.
You think about like how good you used to do.
Yeah.
And so like that's kind of a thing that I see, not just me, but I see a lot of people get into that where like they have, you know, say a video that hits like 1 million views or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then they keep on doing YouTube and they're like trickling down and they don't get the views they used to get and all that sort of stuff, and they feel insecure about it. I went through that.
Yeah.
But I kind of got over that in the sense of like even when views were down, I was still able to pay my bills. So
Right. No, I mean, and I think that you know, with the shift between what you're doing before and then what you're doing now, it might be hard for you to jump, but eventually you're gonna find content where you feel comfortable again. You're like, oh, I could do this, and then you ride it out to whatever end, and then eventually, you know, like Mario Maker or, you know, Animal Crossing will come out, and you'll be like, all right, time to hit pay dirt, let's go. Like it's eventually Nintendo will throw a game at you that you can actually like really dig your teeth into. That's just, I mean, that's really what it is. Speaking of Nintendo, have you gotten into the Creator Club yet, or no? Is that not a thing for you yet?
I don't think they'll let me do that because I modded the hell out of their games. I don't think I'm allowed to get in there.
They're like, DannTheMan, #1 no.
I think they've got like a bouncer at the door.
They're like,
With,
let
like,
me
just
get,
with,
is this
it's like they've got
Markiplier?
like he's got like a list of no-goes. It's just a piece of paper with my face on it.
Just you, no one else.
It's just me. Everybody else is fine. It's just me.
Yeah. I mean, they'll even let, you know, like they'll even let like the Paul twins in before you. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I haven't heard about the creators program.
Yeah, like the creators program, like everything that, because don't you have to worry about like the monetization and all that crap with YouTube and Nintendo and all that still, or not so much?
I've never had an issue with that, but the people who did have issues with that no longer have to worry about it. Nintendo came out and said that they're changing their policies and that they will not claim people's videos that have Nintendo content.
I feel like it's stupid to even think that they would do it. Like, I don't understand like why in the first place they were like, oh, we're gonna do that. Why? It doesn't. It's like
I don't
it's
know.
like free advertisement. Like, hey guys, I really play this
Mhm.
game a lot. You should play this game a lot too. Okay,
Mhm.
that's about it. Like, that's all I got for you. And then you just keep playing the game. I feel like you're just continually shouting the game out. You know.
Yeah.
And the fact that you've built your whole channel on Nintendo content, it's like it's kind of a slap in the face if they're like, oh, we're gonna claim your videos. Like that's really what I've kind of come to.
I mean, you can see that sense, but at the same time, you got to kind of question the creators who have those issues.
Yeah.
Because like there were ways around it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
there
absolutely.
were very, very easy and obvious ways around it that I don't know if people just didn't see or people were too lazy to implement.
What do you mean by ways around it? Can you elaborate a little bit?
Like don't play a cutscene in its entirety.
Okay, makes sense.
Or, don't let music in the background play for longer than 15 seconds or something like that.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Like for me, my videos were like make a point cut. So there was never consistent video or audio that would let them be able to claim it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so that's sort of like me adapting that sort of like high pace, like cuts, edits, all that sort of stuff. That's where that stems from, was kind of necessity, because there was one time where, as a test, I let a full cutscene play in a video and they claimed it before the video went public.
Wow, that's crazy. They got someone on the ready. That's not okay. Yeah. Like that's a little much to me.
I mean, obviously things are different now,
right?
So it's just kind of, you had to be smart about it, and I think you still have to be smart about it.
Well, I think that's for everything. That's why I literally do not use anything that has copyright. Like, I double check on audio. I only use SoundCloud artists. I even ask the artists most of the time. I message them on Twitter like, "Hey, is it cool if I use this?" And they will. I mean, I've never had a no for a SoundCloud artist letting me use their stuff. But I'm gonna still ask, because if you do claim my shit, I'm gonna go back to this tweet where you said I'm cool to use it, and then that's a binding contract. I feel. I mean, it might not be binding in the sense of like a court, but shit, you look at that, and if I take that to YouTube, they'll take it back to me.
That's if YouTube will actually listen to your case, though.
Right. Correct.
Because YouTube's got a reputation about that.
About just claims in general.
Just listening to anybody.
We've broken.
What happened?
I have no idea. Apparently everything dropped for a second. I'm not really sure. This is called Spectrum Internet. It's taking a dump again. Anyone good? Everyone good? We're all good. We're all back. We're here.
Maybe I should call them back and cancel my plan. You got Comcast in here?
Comcast is trash.
Actually, what are my options? I'm gonna pull this list up and see what my options. CenturyLink, is CenturyLink good?
Lag. I'm sorry, guys, for the sudden jump in frames. I don't know what happened. I apologize.
What we got that sudden link.
Doesn't sound good.
Something happened.
Cancel
the plan.
Cancel the plan.
I'll be fine. I don't know.
I think it's time for you to jump on that Tetris 99 content. I think that's what your next move should be.
Played it, man. I wasn't a fan.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just throwing out there. You play that Tetris 99, you might have some big numbers. You're good with speedrunning. So that's like kind of a speedrun game. That's kind of a speedrun game.
Man, I feel like you have to look at the past few videos that I've made.
I'll have to check them out. I'll have to check them out.
You'll have to just look at the stuff that I've put out.
Yeah.
Over the past week, right?
We'll do.
Like full on variety is kind of the goal.
Yeah.
That's kind of the shot that I'm shooting right now.
No, that's good. That's good stuff. I've been riding the Just Dance train I'm trying to build it's not me trying to take advantage of the system. I'm playing it because I actually genuinely enjoy the game. I'm starting to actually build a community off of it, and it's pretty
Mhm.
fantastic. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Mhm.
And being the fact that I'm one of the, I would say if there's 10 streamers that are playing Just Dance, I'm probably one, if not two, of the only guys on playing Just Dance. So it
Yeah.
kind of gives me that sort of other edge to the fact that I'm one of the only guys playing it.
Mm-hmm.
So, Tetris 99 is a pop off. I think I've never played it, but I would totally play it just to play it, just to try it out.
Free.
Yeah, free. Okay,
Yeah, it's free.
it's just like Warframe. I'm playing Warframe now. I love Warframe, and it's free. And I won't spend
long time.
I will not spend money on it. It's just not happening.
Yeah.
So, I think I've actually asked all the questions on my list. I have. All right. Well, that's good.
You're gonna be so mad at me, dude. You're gonna actually hate me. I have something on my floor, just kind of sitting there. I've been like kicking it around with my feet for the past like 10 minutes. That you're gonna be very very disappointed. You've been very disappointed. I've been kicking this around.
Oh, you dick. That's a nice mic. That's a pretty...
Yeah. This just kind of sits around.
Now
I feel bad because I don't use it.
What? So explain to me your logic on using the shotgun mic over using like a traditional microphone. I know that you have some qualms with having a mic in front of your face before, but is there a reason why you like using the shotgun mic more?
Everything that I do is set up to make things convenient for me.
Okay.
Right. So like I don't have any concerns about my mic being in my way when it's just sitting under my monitor. That's not a concern that I have. I think it sounds fine.
Yeah.
In all honesty, it sounds fine.
Yeah, I'm not hearing any pickup or anything.
Yeah, so I just for me, just having this big old thing in front of my mouth and like having to look around it.
Yeah.
For shit, and then like having to have the arm, and then I'm trying to use a keyboard. Like, no, I don't need any of that. It's annoying to me.
That's why I use a pro controller. You pleb.
Did you just call me a pleb?
I did. I did.
You know what? Hold on. I'm about to piss you off. Watch this.
We bowling put a dent.
2 pro controllers.
All right. YouTube money man. YouTube money man. You still wear them sweatpants up to your nipples, so I mean, I feel like
I don't wear my sweatpants up to my nipples. This is like my waist.
Yeah, it look pretty nipple-esque.
I know.
It's all good. Pro boys.
Thick.
Listen,
thick out here.
It's thick boys for life. That's just how it works. Nah, pro controller for sure.
Yeah. Well, what actually happened? The real reason I have this is because I had the pro controller and it just wasn't. It felt too slim.
Okay.
Right? Too sleek.
Okay.
And so I bought another one so that I could have a little bit more meat to grip.
Oh.
And then that's how I play. It's just it was a small little trade-off,
so
but I think
so you can play 2 games at once, basically. Just tell me. You could be your own best friend on your game.
Yeah. I've actually never even used this controller. It just you can tell he's pissed.
Oh, I don't know. Believe me, this pro controller I use for almost every game. I was mad when it didn't play or didn't allow me to use it on Pokemon, but it's okay because I also have the Pokeball Plus because I'm like that. Once I got the Pokeball Plus, I was like, I got Mew now. I can play on the Pokeball Plus, and I can take that thing around. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of went a little crazy when I got the Switch. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I bought way too many things. It's okay with.
I feel that.
My pocketbook was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "It's Christmas. Shut up. Shut up." Voice in my head. That's future Blade's problem, not right now Blade's problem.
That's not current Dan's problem. Now, see, sometimes this is a crazy one. Okay, so sometimes when I get really into a game and I really want to have a pro gaming experience, sometimes I have this.
Why do you have so many controllers?
There's also a Wii remote and nunchuck on my desk too.
You gotta use that in your mouth. Like this. You gotta use it. It's the sick tongue action.
Yeah, that's how it goes, dude. You know.
like that around your neck. Well, since you have the and on the wire, you can just keep it around your neck like that. Boom, done,
Yeah.
done.
So, yeah.
Um, so
Yeah.
we,
That was a
we
lot of
had talked about doing VidCon and whatnot, and
Mhm.
has your views kind of changed now that you've became a little bit more successful and had a little more traction? Um, have you changed your mind about going to VidCon or just trying to attend cons in general?
I can't really remember what my mindset was a year ago on cons. I don't remember.
Basically, you had said that you didn't think you needed to do it just yet because of the fact that you weren't really at that point in your
Yeah.
YouTube career.
Yeah. I mean, I go to conventions now.
Okay. What
You know,
what
like-
conventions
like
did you
I'm-
hit up so far?
Let's see. I've hit I've honestly, a lot of the ones I've gone to are like kind of like smaller scale stuff.
Yep.
I am going to, what's the next upcoming one? I'm going to Playthrough in Raleigh,
Okay.
North Carolina. So if anybody's going to that.
What is playthrough?
Playthrough is just a gaming convention.
Okay.
So just like video games, tabletop, all that sort of stuff. Just,
Nice.
neat things. So the big thing for me is just like scheduling and stuff, because I'm a student
Right.
first and foremost. And so getting like, I could maybe swing it and be like, hey, I have to travel to work. I could, but
maybe. Be like, I do that thing
So-
on YouTube and stuff. Be like, oh, YouTube, okay, cool.
Mhm.
If I said, oh, I work on Twitch, be like, wait, what? What's that? What do you do?
yeah.
I still have that problem trying to explain to people what I do. They're like, wait, what? Like, never mind.
Yeah.
I play video games a lot. That's it. Thanks. All right, bye.
Man, having to explain my job to the renters, to the landlord. So
How are you gonna make money?
yeah, they're like, yeah, that was the whole thing. I had to go through like all of the ways that I bring in revenue, like just so that they can feel comfortable with me being able to pay my rent.
Just show them your pay stubs. Be like, this is how much money YouTube throws at me. That's it. Thanks.
Well, not all of it's through pay stubs,
Right.
Like, there's like a lot of like if I do sponsors or anything like that,
Right.
All that comes through PayPal. Merch sales go through PayPal, stuff like that. But
So have you found that people like for not merch sales, but for like doing different advertisements or
Mhm.
shout outs for different companies, have you found that it's becoming a little bit easier and people are kind of coming to you now and you don't have to go to them, or are you still having to go to companies to talk to them about stuff?
it depends, honestly. A lot of the companies that reach out to me, so far, I haven't really had much interest in. But
Okay.
for me, it's kind of a matter of like I send an email. It's like, hey, I'm kind of interested in this thing.
Yeah.
And this is who I am, and this is what my sub count looks like.
Yeah.
What are like how does that look as far as business goes? And a lot of the times, at very least, conversation begins about it.
Right.
Like we kind of start talking about it. It's not like you send an email and then don't get an email back.
Right. Yeah,
You
you
know?
don't hear nothing for 8 weeks, and then they finally respond back to you, and they're like, "Nah, never mind."
Mm-hmm.
That's good, at least. I mean, now, are you still through MCU as of right now? Because I'm pretty sure the last time we had talked, not on podcast, but you had
Mhm.
said that you were part of an MCU. Are you still part of that, or are you by yourself now?
I'm still in one.
Okay.
I think it's it's been a great thing for me to be in the one that I'm in. For just honestly a handful of reasons. Like a big one, like I mean I could go through all the stuff that I use that I love about being a part. So I'm with Talentsy.
Right.
Is the network that I'm with. A big one is I had a thing a few months ago where I had false community guideline strikes
What is that?
put onto my account.
What happened?
Basically, there were a group of people who mass reported my channel and were like, hey, he's doing violent things on his channel, and YouTube, being the lovely platform that it is, gave me a strike. And if you get, I don't know if you know how the system works, right? If you get a strike, then you lose access to live streaming on YouTube. You get 2 strikes,
Yeah.
You can't upload for a few weeks, and then third strike, your channel is terminated.
Right.
Right. So getting a strike is a big deal. So if I had not been a part of this network, I would have had to try to go through YouTube to get it figured out, which
Gotcha.
is a nightmare. But because I'm a part of a network, I was able to send them an email and be like, hey, this is what's going on. And they have a direct line to YouTube. So literally within the hour of sending the email, the strike was removed.
Wow. Now, is it like being part of a union where like the union manager will be like, all right, we're going to go talk to them? Is that basically how it works? Where you don't really have to do any of the footwork. You kind of just contact your contact and they take it from there.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff is kind of like it's you cut out there. So I'm trying to like piece up together. So tell me if I completely got this wrong. But like if I have like issues with stuff, like YouTube related stuff, right? It's pretty much like when I had that issue, it was pretty much the fact I shot my email and then they picked up the case and they handled it until it's done.
Right. Yeah. I think that's basically what I was asking is you don't have to actually get your hands dirty. You let them take care of the talk and you kind of just sit and wait. Has it been beneficial in the respect of they just kind of represent everything for you and you don't have to really touch the vast majority of the bullshit that could potentially hit you?
So it's really more of a factor. Like they protect me against certain stuff.
Yeah.
But the big factor of it is just if something does happen where you get a copyright strike or anything like that, that isn't deserved, right? You know, you can just go through there, and because they can actually get in contact with somebody, something I'm not able to do on my own.
Yeah.
You know, they can get the job done faster than I can.
Yeah. I like the idea of an MCU, and I'm gonna throw this. Have you heard what was going on with Defy Media and all that crap?
I have heard what's going on with Defy.
So since you are part of an MCU and you kind of know the ins and outs of that, what is your ultimate like overall view of what's going on with that whole situation?
Man, don't go on these massive networks that have thousands and thousands of members.
Right.
Because if you have an issue and you email them, they are not going to respond to you, because like even with me, right? If I was with like, I'm just going to throw someone out there just because I can't think of one, right? Like, isn't Maker Studios like a thing?
Yeah.
Right. So if I was with Maker Studios, right, I would be such a small fry that I would not get any sort of response back from anybody.
Right.
If I had an issue, it just wouldn't happen. There's too many people. What I like about the network that I'm with right now is that it's pretty. I don't know if I want to say it's on an invite only basis. At the time that I joined, they said this, but there's not a whole lot of people in it.
Yeah.
Right? And so that lets them focus in on the creators that they do have. Like, to put it in perspective, right? The guy that I email back and forth with is the co-founder of the company.
Okay. Yeah.
Like,
so you're on good terms with like basically, you know, every single person that you need to be in contact with, especially the creators of the company. That's good stuff. Like that. Yeah. I think that's the big thing. And I think there's some companies that get so friggin' big, like Defy Media, that have issues, that have this whole thing where they have all of these different massive ass creators. And then it turns into a snowball effect of something happens, then it happens to all these big ass creators. And these creators don't have like, you know, 1,000 followers or 1,000 subscribers. They have, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million subscribers on their YouTube, and they have a lot of clout, or they can say something and honestly it carries. And I think that's the big thing, is that when Matt Pat from Game Theory and from Film Theory started talking about this whole thing, I don't really watch any of the other channels, to be honest, that go through Defy Media. But when he started talking about it, I was like, I started to kind of like really perk up about it. My ears started to perk up, and I was like, oh wow, this shit's like that's messed up. Like, that's really messed up, So knowing that you were part of an MCU, I kind of wanted to get your whole take on that thing. It's just It's bad. Like, I mean, I think that, and there's so
Mhm.
many little things that suck about it because, what ends up happening is the people that, if let's just say you were a part of Defy Media's whole MCU,
Mhm.
if you got screwed out of your money, since you're not, let's say, the top dog in that whole fight, you might
Mhm.
not get your money. You might not. The people that
No.
are working paycheck to paycheck that are through Defy Media, they might not
Mhm.
get their money, and that sucks. That's horrible.
Yeah. Mhm.
The money that they worked for, the money that they they could have rented out equipment to do certain videos to make, and they made, might have made a decent amount of money on the video, but
Mhm.
yeah, horrible.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that people kind of well, not people, but companies that are MCUs take that
Mhm.
notice and just don't do stupid shit. I mean, just
Mhm.
don't put your creators at risk, really.
Yeah. Mhm.
So when it comes to YouTube, what are some things that you've seen over the last year that you would love to see change? And what are some things that you love to see stay around?
I want to see YouTube's live streaming platform improve. Because like competition is great for the consumer.
Right.
YouTube is just so far behind with so much stuff.
Yeah.
They're so far behind. Like we don't have clipping yet.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're getting tiered memberships.
I don't
Is a
understand
thing.
how
We
you
don't
don't
we,
have
we don't
clipping. That's easy.
we don't have global emotes. Like we can't, like if you support somebody,
Yeah,
and you get their emotes, you can't use them in other places on YouTube. You can only use them in that chat, which is tough.
it's like a free way to support people and free way to like show off, like, oh,
Mhm.
whose emotes? I mean, time and time again, do I hear people go, whose emotes are those? Oh, those are really cool emotes. Whose emotes are those? And it happens time and time again, and then they
Yeah.
actually go check it out, and YouTube, or not YouTube, but Twitch is kind of shown their little bit of like flexing on this, but they've changed it so that if you click on someone's channel or on someone's emote, you can see what
Yeah.
channel it goes to.
Yeah.
Which is killer. That's awesome. Like
Yeah.
it makes 10 times better.
Yeah, for sure.
I guess
So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I really wish that like YouTube would make like proper global emotes and
Yeah.
let that be a thing. And then make me an emote because that'd be dope. That'd
like-
be really cool.
Yeah.
YouTube call me.
I am a Twitch emote. Fun fact.
No, you're not. You're a liar.
No, I'm too spicy.
Oh, jeez. I'm not. You know what? I'm just not gonna fight it.
That's a,
I'm not gonna
it's a
fight
running it's a running gag that's me.
Come on, bro. Yeah. No. Now here's the other thing. Have you seen a lot of stuff bleed over from Twitch to YouTube? Like the fact that you still can say poggers and people understand what the hell you're saying.
People don't understand when I say pop.
Really?
Like, yeah, YouTube is a dumb. Like most people who are on YouTube don't know what Twitch is.
Oh,
Like as far as my audience goes, like
All
people
right.
they just don't know.
okay.
So it's like you have to explain like what poggers is, or whatever, or when I say pog a lot.
Yeah.
And so you have to explain what that means.
You're
But
like, that game where you slam down the little thing? That's Pog. Everyone, just so you know that. Look that up.
Yeah. Mhm.
Everyone ask them questions. Yeah, you guys. If you guys want to ask questions, as long as not, where does Dan the Man live? He lives inside my mind. Actually, this is being broadcasted from inside my mind. Dan is just a figment of your imagination and mine.
Mhm. I don't really exist.
Yeah, you don't really exist. Like I said, that's realistic. He's actually a computer generated person. If you see him in person, that is a robot that I built. Say hi to him, give him a hug. He might be okay with it.
Yeah.
He also might toss you through the air like Eddie Goro. I'm just saying. So have you noticed the fact that people will come from like different platforms like Twitter and stuff like that to see you. Have you seen any growth off of any other platforms, or is it just purely straight from YouTube?
Off of other platforms, I don't know about all that. You know, I mean, YouTube has helped me grow other social medias, like, you know, like 1,000 followers on Twitter, having a few thousand members in Discord, or you know, I'm streaming on Twitch a lot more now, so that number is increasing.
Now, do you have is there you don't have any sort of legal issues with YouTube and all that stuff, streaming on YouTube and streaming on Twitch?
Nope.
As long as you don't do it in the same day or something like that.
Not even, no, it doesn't matter what I do.
Wow.
Like, we don't, like, I don't have any sort of like exclusivity contract with them or anything. And by the way, I'm just gonna throw this out there, okay? Because I'm kind of pushing for Twitch partner. If you try to make me exclusive to your platform, I'm rejecting your partnership. Thank you.
Well, that's kind of what Twitch is. That's the only problem. Like if you if you push for Twitch partner and say you got it right, you wouldn't be able to take your content from YouTube. Although I'm going to tell you right now, there's plenty of people that are Twitch partners that do this, but realistically, in the guidelines, it literally says you cannot take your content from Twitch to YouTube within 24 hours of live streaming, which is ridiculous, but it happens, and people don't get in trouble for it.
So I don't know. I feel like there's some stuff that's just enforced more than others. For me, like if I get in, right?
Yeah.
Just for me, it's going to be a factor of like, hey, you know, like look over the contract, see what's in there.
Yeah.
And go accordingly. I feel like because like I'll be able to sort of, I don't want to say flex that YouTube audience. I feel a little bit better about not having issues with it, because I know partners who interchangeably stream on both Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah.
And are fine.
Well, and here's the other thing, and this is something that most people don't realize. Since you do have a decent following on YouTube, you can actually have your MCU talk to Twitch for you and make you a partner. Like straight out. That's not I didn't know I could do that. Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I was unaware. Like I know that, so like one thing I know that I can do is like when if I go in and I put a application, like it'll ask me to sync my YouTube account.
Yep.
Because it knows that I have followers.
Yep.
But
yeah, if you sync your YouTube account and Twitch sees 47,000 followers on YouTube and they see your numbers as in your video numbers,
you've cut out, man. Audio is gone.
I'm here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? No? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, audio is gone through Discord.
What? Hold on.
F's in the chat, boys.
F's in the chat. F's. Can you hear me? I feel like everyone else can hear me except for Dan. Dan, fix your shit. Oh no. Everyone, tell Dan fix his stuff.
No, chat, you're supposed to type F's. Okay. You're doing this wrong.
We're gonna figure out why Dan's stuff is broken. Oh, Dan, can you hear me?
Still not working.
I don't understand why.
It's weird. Discord. It's a Discord issue because like if I open your stream, that I can hear it then.
Yeah.
And like I can see like my camera on the thing, but on your stream it doesn't show the camera.
Don't leak your DMs. I don't have DMs.
So
here, hold on. Give me a second. We're gonna move. We're moving over. All right. Give me a second, guys. We're gonna call Dan back. We're gonna call him back. We're gonna bring him back in the chat as soon as I make sure that my stuff isn't broken, which I don't think it is. I think it's just Dan. Hello. Yep. Everything works on my end. Chat. Blah, blah, blah. All right, good. Let's test. Hello. Yep. Everything works on my end. Dan's just broken because he's a butt. We will have to long live Dan the Man. It looks like he logged off for a second, so we'll give him a second, and then hopefully we will call him back. Okay, so I hope everyone's enjoying this little intermission. We're having technical difficulties. Oh, wait, we're bringing it back in. Give me a second. Dan. Dan the Man. Dan. Waiting for Dan right now. Hopefully he didn't break the system. Nope, Dan broke it. Oh, we're in. Are we back in? We back in the mainframe. This
Hello.
is the hello. Testing.
It's back.
What did you break?
What?
What did you break?
Dude, I don't know what's going on, dude. You are a robot, and your camera is frozen.
Dan is broken.
Discord is. It's a Discord issue.
All right, give me a second. Wait. Oh, potato cam right here. Rip Discord. Oh, I see.
But I mean, I can. It's not me.
It's not me. Give me a second. I'll leave call and come back. Dan broke it again. We're rip Dan. Rip Dan. We're gonna bring he leaked his address. He leaked his IP address. So yeah, that's what happens. Rip Dan in the chat. This is gonna suck having to do editing. I'll tell you that much. Hour 28. Hour 128. Make sure I chat spam long live. Here we go. Let's see. Dana's breaking down. Let's see. Join call. Let's see if we
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, cool. Awesome. Yep.
All right. Get your booty back on. Let's go. Finish out this crap before it breaks.
We're good.
Before it breaks again.
Let's do it, man.
It's that
Get it
booty,
going,
it's that booty internet you got.
bro. Listen. Hold on. Listen, man. Okay. All right.
Don't you dare talk bad about my internet again.
What? What was that?
Hello. Chat.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, big boy. How are you doing?
Hold on, I got this one. Give me a second. Let me get this set up. This is a much better one. Oh baby. Ready?
Come on, man.
How you doing? Are you having a good day?
I'm about to top you so hard. Ready?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Let's see. Chat. Vote. You need to vote with me on this, chat. You gotta say if his is better or what I'm about to do is better. Okay.
I feel like mine is gonna be much better, Dan. I'm
All
just
right, all
saying right now, Dan. I had an awesome day with you, but I don't like your hair.
I feel like that's not the first time you've heard that, so just so you know.
Listen, bro. Let me hit your jewel, bro. Come on, man. Let me hit your jewel, bro.
Oh jeez. All right then. You want to win that one.
I win. Told you.
It's okay. Ripping me.
Very nice. Who wins, chat? We'll see if chat wins. Or
Octor Dan.
chat. What?
Octor Dan.
Yeah. I have so many different choices.
I have a very, very eclectic taste of my tuning. This thing is ridiculous. I'll tell you that much. Because you have voice mod, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The voice mod it's pretty fantastic, but I feel like voice mod it still limits you. Like this thing, you don't have to click out or anything. You don't have to. It's just all right here, so I can do it all on the fly.
I think this might have like Stream Deck support or something.
Oh, voice mod. Yeah, voice mod does. It does.
Yeah. Dope.
But I can do this. Let's see. But I can do this. But I can do this. I can replay my sample.
I can't do samples yet.
Oh, it's
want
so
that.
good. But I can do this. Yeah, I love samples. Samples
I
are
can do that,
literally
but I mean,
the bee's knees.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much.
yeah, I really want that, but I like the fact that
I can hit your jewel, bro.
Oh, jeez, stop. Yes, do this now. So anyways, what were we talking about? I don't even remember.
We were talking about the Weather Channel and
everyone, you want to take a seat and enjoy the ride, right? Sit back.
I'm gonna need you.
Oh God, that's so loud. I apologize to everyone that has a headphone on. I apologize to your drums right now.
Everybody, let's get F's in the chat.
Jeez. Anyways, so let's take since we're doing all these mods. Do you find that it's funny to use these, and do you think that it adds to your overall channel, or do you feel like it absolutely just makes your channel go like a little wonky when you use these?
what
Just
it's just a good meme.
yeah,
I
feel
bust it out every now and again when chat doesn't expect it.
yeah, I feel it.
So
I like the megaphone one. That's probably my favorite one. Next to the lady, I call her Emily,
yeah.
and she's kind of a bitch.
Let's see. I don't know what my female sounds like. It's like
Hey,
Oh, I don't like that one.
let's see. I have a.
No.
it's like a chipmunk. I don't
Oh
know.
gosh, no. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
The people at home that are listening to this are like, what the hell's going on?
Oh yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
great.
This is what happens. So we'll fit in some real quick questions. Where do you see your channel going in the next year?
Well, hopefully it doesn't die. That'd be cool. I don't know.
I feel it.
I wanna hopefully be able to make the variety content work.
Okay.
Because that'd be really cool. I think I'd be a lot happier personally being able to do variety, just do what I want.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully 100K by
I like it.
the end of the year. That's the hope.
If you hit 100K by the end of the year, I want to bring you back on just so we can talk about the fact that you hit 100K in 2 years, and then we're gonna talk about how I'm still on your first podcast video. I'm still getting comments on that video, just so you know.
Are you actually?
Bro, I had a comment like 2 days ago on that video.
What to say?
It said that I watched DannTheMan live, and there's something like that, and I was like, cool, awesome. Like,
Yeah.
but it's funny because I get comments on that video and one other video like probably every 2 months, and it's just like random. Like it was the other video I get comments on is like a microphone video. They're like, I have that microphone. I'm like, that's awesome. Like, it's not that great. I'm like, oh, that sucks too. Like, I apologize that you have a crappy microphone. It's not my fault.
So I'm just curious, right?
Yes, sir.
Who's like the biggest person that you've had on the podcast?
You talking about size wise? Like, what do we?
I mean, like, I'm not talking like size wise, but
You're talking like numbers wise.
Like numbers wise. Like, who's like has the biggest following that you've had on the show?
Well, that's hard to say because I have had people that have been on Instagram that have had 60,000 followers on Instagram. I've had you with 47,000. I'm trying to think who else. I don't know. Probably you, I would say. And that's, I mean, I'm not trying to flex, but I'm pretty sure that was my doing. No, I'm kidding. No, I want to say to you that now here's the other thing is like, yeah, probably you. I'm trying to like replay people in my head now.
Yeah, I mean, I just know you've had like Twitch partners and stuff on.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. There's the thing is that I'm currently, and I can kind of talk about this right now, but I'm currently trying to get Twitch staff onto this podcast, and that's like it's starting to turn into something that's real. I'm having a little more talks with a couple of them, and if I can get the ones that I want to get on, if I do get them on, it's like it'll be good.
Yeah.
It'll be good news. So
Yeah.
Here, other question I do want to ask: from last year to this year, did you foresee your numbers jumping that high, that fast?
No. I thought that like I would maybe be like maybe like pulling like 20 or 30 viewers playing Odyssey doing speedruns and stuff.
Yeah.
And that just kind of be where it was. I didn't expect to literally be doing it as a job.
I feel it.
You know, like I didn't expect to be living off it.
And I mean, I think that's the biggest thing is that when you're not expecting it and it happens, it makes it 10 times better for you. And I think that people appreciate it 10 times more when it just happens like that. And I can use like who's it? Peter McKinnon, who's a photographer, as an example. He went from like nothing, which like 2 years ago, to 3.1. He's at 3.1 million or 3.2 million subscribers on YouTube. What?
Yeah.
Like that's nuts. That's nuts. And I think that's also shows YouTube as a whole thing is once you kind of get into that algorithm and you feed the algorithm and you feed the beast gives you back good stuff usually, not all the time, but usually. But with the algorithm, I do want to ask, what did you see helped you in the algorithm? Was it just constantly releasing videos? Was it your tagging? Like what was the thing that kind of you felt like it might have been the thing that helped you, like the catalyst that might have helped you a little bit?
I think it's just a mix of different things. I think it's like, you know, making content on things that are current at the time, knowing how to tag, knowing how, like the fact that your titles and your descriptions are important to your metadata, your thumbnails are important. And at the end of the day, right, like just making good content.
Absolutely.
You know,
no,
like
that makes sense. Don't make poo-poo content. That's what I'm just saying.
you know, like what I'm kind of hoping is that like that with me doing variety, that the jump in quality content will be able to be enough to kind of make it work.
All right. I mean, that's reasonable. Is there any games outside of the Nintendo Switch that you want to try out with your variety now?
Oh, a lot.
Okay.
I bought Goat Simulator because I want to try that. I want to play Overcooked. I don't know. I just have a lot of things that I want to try out.
You should look at there's a game called My Time at Portia.
Yeah.
It's basically like I'm trying to think of the game's name now. Oh shit, now I'm drawing a blank what the game is. I'll think of it. But anyways, it's basically like it's just like an entire city, and you build. It's like Animal Crossing kind of ish, mixed with Harvest Moon. That's the game I was thinking of, Harvest Moon. It's kind of like that, and I think it's a pretty good game. But I mean, it just depends on what you're looking for in your content. So
yeah.
When are you gonna try to dive into Apex?
I really don't have any plans to as far as content goes. I play like I've only played 2 games of Apex, but I'm so busy.
That's 2 more than I've played.
Yeah,
legitimately.
Yeah, I've seen the same guy talking about Ratatouille for the Wii. He wants me to play it so bad.
Ratatouille. I didn't know Ratatouille was for the Wii.
Everything is for the Wii.
I mean, the Wii kind of. I feel like they're at that point that they're dead, so it's okay.
You know,
it's okay. No big deal. We'll bring back Ratatouille for the Wii just for Dan.
I might look into it.
Just make it a goal. Make it I think that's that biggest thing is if you make it a like a viewer goal or like a goal like if we hit this many views on this video, I'll play Ratatouille for the Wii. I'm like just because it might actually happen then, and then it'll help you boost. I mean, hey, whatever. Not like you need the boost, you butt.
10,000 likes.
10,000 likes on this. I smash that like button right now.
Yeah.
Man, I'll do it. I gotta turn down my volume so I don't blast everyone's eardrums. But smash that like button right now. 10,000 likes on this video, and we will pie Dan in the face live. All right.
Listen, I didn't agree to all that.
By hitting the live button on the Discord, you signed a silent agreement. I'm just saying, anything I say goes.
Listen, my loyals will be in contact.
Ratatouille isn't weird. A little bit. That's all right, though.
Yeah.
You can be a Ratatouille speedrunner. There you go.
Oh, man.
I'm telling
dream.
The dream. You'll be the only one. You'd be the silent killer. It's all good.
I think I would be the only one.
Now, the other thing I was going to ask you, has there been any content creators that you've kind of looked to for inspiration, like for your content? Is there anyone that you kind of like, they pop up in your subscription feed and you're like, oh, I could totally do something kind of like that?
I bet you chat can tell. Like somebody in chat can probably tell one of them. Let's see if chat can figure it out.
Fearsome.
No. No, that guy is he's a character.
Uh-huh.
I'll give him that, but I don't know, chat maybe not be able to figure out. But let's see, RT Game.
Okay.
I've been really inspired by him a lot recently. Call Me Kevin. Just their kind of like, you know, shoot the shit sort of mentality.
Yeah.
With videos, you know, just kind of play whatever and have fun and that sort of jazz, you know. I've seen their stuff and I've been really inspired by that, because the thing with like RT Game is that he was literally in the same boat that I'm in, where he was playing TF2 and he decided that he wanted to just take a shot and branch out, and went from like 70K to like 1 million subs within the year.
Now, I'm going to say this right now. If you go to 1 million subs, the next spot is to destroy T-Series. I'm just going to say that right now.
Man, dog, we're gonna turn on you guys soon. When T-Series passes,
yeah,
because they will,
yeah,
like as sad as it is, they will,
yeah.
We're gonna completely rip off RT, and we're gonna build a bunch of shrines to T-Series in Minecraft.
There you go.
And I'll get 1 million views.
There you go. Boom. You could just do a bunch of 1cc videos and on Mario Kart and make 2 million views on each one. That'd be good. Just play different characters.
I can't even mod my Switch anymore. I updated it.
Does it? Oh, didn't. Okay, can you explain the modding system on that? How do you mod on those games?
So basically, we put files onto the SD card, right? Pretty straightforward thing. And then there's in the right Joy-Con slot, there's 2 little pins. Where if you short those pins and hold down volume up and power,
yeah,
then it'll go into RCM mode.
Okay.
And then what you can do from there is you can insert custom payloads, which is essentially your own operating system in a way.
Okay.
Right? Which can then load mods or load pirated games or whatever.
Gotcha.
So
gotcha. Did you find that the modding was a pain in the ass to do, or was it pretty self-explanatory when you did it?
I mean, learning sucked.
Yeah.
Because it was so early in the process, it wasn't streamlined at all.
Gotcha. Oh, it was like early. It was like early jailbreaking for iPhones.
In a way, yeah.
I gotcha. That's cool.
But I mean, after a while, it's kind of routine, you know.
Yeah. Did you have to do it every time you like wanted to play anything?
Yeah, every single time you wanted to install something, you had to go through that process.
That sucks.
It's like it got to the point. I don't even know if I know where mine is, but there's a little tool that I bought so that I could just always hit the pins, because before you had to use a paper clip.
Yeah.
And so there's this little 3D printed thing somewhere. I don't even know where it is anymore because I haven't touched it. That slots in and just lets you do it real easy.
Gotcha. Well, that's good then, at least.
So,
What are some things that you want to avoid over this next year, like game wise? What are some games that you're avoiding completely?
Just stuff that I don't find fun.
Yeah.
I don't want to I don't want to end up in the same boat where I'm just like playing a game or anything just because I think it'll do well for my channel.
Yeah.
You know, I just want to do stuff that I think I like, and then, you know, I think that if my mentality right now is that if I like something and I'm having fun, that the content it'll show in the content.
Absolutely.
And it might not be right away, but eventually people will realize that, and hopefully I'll be able to move it over.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, and I think the biggest thing is just as long as you do have fun, it'll make a hell of a difference for you and for everyone, because people will notice if you're not having fun, and then they will be all right, I'm out. So, and that's, I mean, that's for everything. If you're not having fun with something, just stop doing it because it's obvious, or rethink it, because most people will not rethink it, and what'll end up happening is they'll just drive this shit into the ground.
Oh yeah, that happens all the time.
You know. Okay, so I'm gonna give you one last question, and then I will give you the floor, and you can shout out whatever you want after that. So my last question for the night is, what is one piece of advice that you could give to anyone that's going to be doing content creation on either YouTube or Twitch or Mixer, that you have found has been helpful for you? And yeah, go ahead.
That's a tough one, actually. Don't take yourself too seriously, I think is a big thing.
I like that.
You know, like, we're all here to kind of have fun, and like for me, the way I used to run my stream was a lot different. I used to be super strict on rules and stuff.
Yeah.
And I eventually got to the point where I hated streaming. I hated it. Because I would come on and I would get frustrated with my chat. And so I just I was being too serious with myself. I was taking myself too seriously.
I got you.
And as soon as I stopped that, as soon as I quit doing that, and as soon as I quit looking at it in a certain perspective, right, where I'm like super serious on this, you know, constantly looking at numbers and all this other sort of stuff. Like, as soon as I just looked at it through the lens of, if I think it's fun, then I'll do that.
Right.
YouTube became so much easier for me.
I like that. That's important.
And
that's definitely important.
Yeah. So
has it definitely made you, like, did you end up hiding your numbers and like hiding your like view count and all that crap just to kind of like get that out of your mind, to focus more on like having fun with it?
I mean, that's kind of what I do now. Is I'll upload a video and I'll just not look at it.
Okay.
And then I'm really trying to get into that. Like, I want to be at a point where I upload a video and then like as soon as I upload a video, I start working on the next thing.
Yeah.
Because the worst thing you can do is you sit there and just look at your view count and go up, and like, it's the worst thing you can do, because you will always be disappointed. Always.
It's like watching water boil.
Yeah.
You know, unless you have a blowtorch, and then it'll boil real quick. Eventually the algorithm takes hold of you, and it takes care of you. I mean, I think, like I said, if you feed the beast, eventually it'll take care of you. You gotta keep feeding it. And it might be do 3 videos a week, but that might help you,
Yeah. Like, let me, I think this guy's me, but I just want to go ahead and say,
I uninstalled Odyssey. I'm not playing it anymore. Thank you.
I'm done. I'm done with Odyssey. It's over, boys. Like, looking for Odyssey content, it's not here. Unsubscribe if you want.
I got you.
There we go.
I got you. Hey, sometimes it's a hard pill to swallow for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that.
No, I think I don't know. There was a couple games that I stopped completely playing because I was more looking for, quick, I got 10 people. Like, that was my thing. Like, now I'm just kind of like I said, I play Just Dance not because I want to make it big. It's because I enjoy it and actually have fun with it, and I can dance and like
Mhm.
I can lose weight and enjoy myself. That's like the two main things I want. You know,
Mhm.
I don't mind sitting here like a potato because it's not a bad thing sometimes, but at the same time, I'd rather dance and have fun and sweat a little bit and then go to bed and be cool. Like it's that's good with me. You know what I mean? And I see more growth just doing that because
Yeah.
I'm having more fun and I'm turning off my brain.
Yeah.
So,
That makes sense.
but it's been really sweet talking to you on an actual podcast and not just bullshit talking while we're playing Fortnite. It's quite nice.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't play Fortnite anymore.
And I'm glad that this time I actually wrote down notes and it wasn't just me riffing off of like I listened to my last podcast and it was horrific. It was so bad, and I was like, I'm not asking any of these freaking questions again. I'm like ever like just there's just the amount of growth between that podcast and this one is exponential compared to like I'm like, why did I make any of this crap? Because it just sounded like horrible. I mean, we still have horrible like problems with Discord. Thanks Discord, but that's not something I can control. I promise.
Yeah.
But anyways, it was good. It was good talking to you. And like I said, hopefully the next time we bring you on, we'll be at 100,000. I'm hoping for it. To be honest with you, I'm seeing good things in your future. I was seeing good things in your future at 650. I'm not kidding. Like I'm not trying to like boost your head up even more. But like, no joke. There's people I see out there that will be like, oh, I'm gonna do this awesome thing, and they never do it. But I can constantly see the grind that you've been doing, and it's awesome to see. So
thanks.
All right, I'm gonna turn the floor over to you, and you can shout out everything and anything you'd like to shout out for the for people that where they want to find you or whatnot.
YouTube.com/DannTheMan, Twitch.tv/DannTheMan, Brazzers.com/DannTheMan, BlackPeopleMeet.com/DannTheMan, Tinder.com/DannTheMan, PlentyOfFish.com/DannTheMan, OnlyFarmers.com/DannTheMan.
We cover all of them. I think we covered all. I'm pretty sure you had Black People's Meat and Farmers Only last time. So good to see you're expanding.
And then there's one more I'm trying to think of. It's I'll think of it another time.
Let me know. I'll post it up in Discord.
Fortnite supporter creator code DannTheMan.
Isn't your Twitter DannTheMan TV?
Well, you cut out real fast.
I said, isn't your Twitter DannTheMan TV?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Otherwise, I tagged someone wrong in that.
No, you tagged me. You got it right.
Cool. That's what I thought. Well, it was awesome. Like I said, it was awesome having you on here. And can't wait to see your new place. Don't show everyone where you're at because I don't want you getting swatted. That's all.
I'll do my best. I'm gonna call the police station and figure that out too.
Yeah, that's probably like the number 2 thing you should be doing before you get there.
I'll do it when I get it in. I got enough going on right now. I'll get it later.
I gotcha. All right, man. Well, I will talk to you later.
All right, for sure, man.
All right, peace out.
All right, see you later, man.
All right, bye.
Bye.
What's up, everybody? I hope you all had fun with the podcast. I know that there was a little bit of technical difficulty with Discord. Sorry if you had to deal with that. But anyways, it was awesome content. It was a fun time. And I want to thank DannTheMan for being on the podcast with us. If you want to know more about him, definitely check out in the description, in the show notes, all of his links, and definitely give him a follow on YouTube as well as any other platform that he's currently on. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. Peace out, blades up, and I hope to see you on the next podcast. Bye.